Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chess Kids. Today we'll show the game played by Javier and Stelios, and this is one of the very interesting game, and it only takes 16 complete game. So let's see how the game play. And the game starts with the pawn to c4, knight f6, knight to c3, g6, e4, d6, and now d4, and here you have a very strong triple pawn, and the white is almost all the file and also the rank 5. And after this, the black play bishop to g7 and knight f3, then the black castling. So here you have the first 5 move with the black very fast. Keep the king away from the center and keep the not yet castling the king. So after this, the white continue to play bishop to e2 and now preparing for castling. Then e5 was played, and now the white castling, and after this position, the black can just use the pawn e takes a d4 to capture the pawn, or you also can develop the knight b to d7, keep on the towards the center. But in this game, the black have another idea of playing a knight to a6, and this is the critical path and the idea for the black to play and finalize the knight from knight b8 to a6, then to c5, and then move to e6, and finally f5, and or the pawn at h3. So after this, the white continue to play h3. Now the black capture the pawn, e takes d4, then the knight takes d4, and now the black bring the rook to e8, and after this f3, and knight to c5, bring the knight towards the center. And here you have the first 10 move, and the position now become equal. Then after this, the white continue to play a b4 to attack the knight, and now the knight reposition to e6 and finalize the plan to go to f4. After this, the knight do not want to trade off and move the knight to b3, and here the knight to h5 and preparing to move the knight to f4, and this knight will be protected by the knight at h5. After this, the bishop to d2, And here, at this move, the black is clearly better. After knight e to f4, and you have many ideas to attack and win. And now the black idea is aiming to play a queen to g5 and attack the pawn at g2 for a the h3 pawn, and the pawn cannot be captured because it will be pinned by the queen. So after knight to this e to f4, we have a very strong attack from the black, and now the black is clearly better and will be winning. So in this game, the only way play to save the game is to capture the knight by then after this a knight can capture back again, and now the knight need to bring back, example knight to d5 and attack the knight. So if you knight to d5, and now if you queen to g5, then you just capture the knight, and the queen will just capture the knight again. And pieces to attack and go for the checkmate from the black. So in the actual game, the black play king to h2, and this is one of the tactical error which causes the black to be clearly winning. This is because after this move, the queen can come to queen to g5 and attack the pawn at g2 and checkmate the king and control all the squares. To g and the idea to attack g2 is cannot be protected, and the black is clearly winning. And in the actual game, the white play a g4 and also another blunder, and with this the black win in 4. I give you a couple of seconds to figure out how the black can mate in 4. Well, congratulations for those who found the answer, and for those who like to enjoy the show, here are the moves that the black play. The black play queen to h4 and preparing to capture the pawn at h3 and checkmate at g2, as the pawn at h3 cannot be protected by the piece. So after queen to h4, then the white capture the knight and knight capture back, and now again the pawn cannot be protected by any piece, and with this the white resign the game. And if the game to continue, example if you move the knight to d5 to capture the knight, the queen just capture the pawn h3, check the king, and now king need to go to g1 and queen to g2, and it will be a checkmate. So back to the position at queen to g5, and if you block with the rook, then the queen will go to g3 and check the king. for example. And now the king need to go to h1. Then you can continue attack with capturing the pawn. And after this, you can knight go to f2 and check the king and attacking the queen. And this is the ideal that will be winning a queen. And if you capture with the and you have with a single queen alone, queen takes h3 and checkmate the king, and the rook is blocked the king from escape. So another idea is that if you block with the rook to f2, then the same game happen as you can just capture and attack with the queen to g3. And now if the king move to h1, then the knight will just capture, and if you capture the pawn, then you just capture the rook. So capture and capture, and after this the knight to h to g3 and we checkmate the king. So there is nothing that can be blocked. And if you use the bishop to block, to prevent the check and control the square, then the black will just simply capture the bishop. At this stage, any of the after queen to g5, the reply from the white, the black will be winning. And in the simple, you just capture the knight, then the queen will capture and check. And if the king move to g1, then you have a bishop takes c3, the free knight. And after this, you just move the rook to c1 to continue to play. Then the queen will back to e5 and you will continue to check the king. So after queen to g5, the black has pieces is very active and will be clearly winning the game. So with this, thank you.